years to the future, where he became a successful
Became a
cowboy.
Scottish person. He was 1645 to 1701 was his...
Well, he's old.
Yeah, no, he's... Oh, Jordan. Oh, wow. I hate you so much sometimes. Yeah, so Captain Kidd originally began his career as a privateer, and he was supposed to rid the sea of pirates, but he reluctantly...
Oh, what a twist of fate.
Well, he reluctantly became a
Hello,
pirate.
M. Night Shyamalan.
'Cause
Got a movie idea for you.
Here's a fucking twist. He becomes a pirate after hunting pirates. What a time to be alive.
He's like hunting them. He's just watching them. He's like, "Oi, this looks fucking fun."
Well, he didn't. He said he reluctantly didn't want to be a pirate. He was elected a pirate captain by his crew.
They're like, guys, no.
So you're now a pirate. It's like, I really don't want to do this.
Come on, we don't need
We're
to
gonna get
see
killed.
this.
Like, this is so illegal.
Yeah.
And basically, his biggest downfall was attacking an East India Company vessel.
What an idiot.
Because that's really how you get yourself known back in the day.
Yeah.
Attack the biggest trading company in the fucking world.
Take one of those big galleon ships like in Black Flag and just get wrecked immediately because you're not ready.
No.
I don't think anyone was really like...
He wasn't ready.
Most of these pirates didn't have grand ships. They had like sloops. Maybe a brig if they were lucky. So then he got hunted for his deed, and when he learned of that, he buried some treasure. So, there's a bit of origin for buried treasure. He buried some treasure in Boston, I think it was, he was captured in Boston, but he buried some treasure to use as a bargaining tool. He could be like, hey guys, if you don't arrest me, I got a bit of treasure hidden for you. And then sentenced to death like pretty much every pirate was, and his death was pretty shit for him. The noose he was hung by broke twice. And then,
Jesus Christ.
hung successfully on a third time, and third time's a charm. And his body was doused in tar and hung on chains along the Thames.
And put feathers on it as well with
So they
tar?
brought him all the way back to England to hang him?
Yeah, he was trialed in England.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's...
He's like,
If there's
come
one
on, guys, I've got shit to do. Don't have
We
time to
wrap
go to
this up.
England.
And then they wasted time more by hanging him twice
That's
unsuccessfully.
a waste of taxpayers' money, I'll tell you
Yeah.
that.
I'm not paying for pirates to be
shipping
hung in
pirates.
England. You
Yeah.
can just hang them in
Bloody
the fucking
guillotine.
Caribbean.
Hang them anywhere, just
Hang them on the ship.
cut their face off and throw them into the ocean.
Jesus.
Well,
Holy
funny you
shit.
should say that, because I think that's what happened to none other than Blackbeard.
Oh, well,
But we'll get to him
yeah,
later.
Yeah. Ooh. Have you got a picture of Billy the Kid's flag there?
I don't have a picture of his flag, actually. I don't think he used a...
Have you got a photo of him that we can look at?
Yeah, if you all look at your screens right now, you'll see a picture of William the Kid.
Oh, wow, it looks different than I thought he would.
Mine just says network connectivity issues.
That's a Parks and Rec joke, isn't it?
That is. I love it so Leslie, I just Googled your symptoms and it says you have network connectivity issues.
Yeah, so that was... what did you think about old William the Kid?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
he sounds like a great guy.
See, the thing about pirates is they like just buried all their gold.
I
Don't
know if that was true.
A lot of them, I'll say.
I don't know if it's as... I'm pretty sure that's a... walking the plank wasn't a damn thing.
Yeah. More of a misconception, like it was only...
Too long.
Too long!
Was having a large man stomp on the plank behind them for taking too long?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That was most common.
No, there we go. At least that's real.
Yeah. I'm glad to hear about that.
Out of all the misconceptions that movie has given us, at least that's real.
They nailed that one.
But, I'd put all that money into property, Investment houses.
That's a great idea.
Do a little 2-bedroom.
Yeah, but it's illegal money. It's dirty money, Jordan. You
Yeah,
can
but-
offence that.
Yeah, but you could just buy it in pirate towns.
Yeah, exactly.
Pirate towns are like shitholes, aren't they? I don't want to live in a pirate town.
You could, renovate it up. Get a nice 4-bedroom with an ensuite, something like that. Really class the place up.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I'd do like
You could have been responsible for the upswing in
pirate
pirate neighborhoods. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
use of modern housing in Nassau. What a time.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, beautiful.
So
Nice.
we're gonna are we gonna rank these pirates? I'm gonna give them points on their spiciness.
Okay, yeah. As far as I'll give him like a.
Or how many secret herbs and spices? Like,
It's out of 10 spicy points.
nice.
Actually, no, I think that's a good idea. Out of 13 secret herbs and spices,
No,
Okay.
it's 11.
Yep. What would you give?
is it?
It's 11. Remember, we
right.
had this
Come on,
problem.
man. You
last
worked
time.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why do we think it's 13?
I don't know.
It's
Actually,
a lucky number, Mitch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I won't
Friday
give him.
the
I think I'll give him like 6.
yeah. I think I'll give him 5. He's not.
He
Nothing,
wasn't.
nothing you told me was that impressive.
He didn't really want to be a pirate either. So
Yeah, exactly.
You got to commit to the bit.
All right, so Jordan, can
But
you
he is
keep
a
can you
household
keep
name.
can you keep track of
A
the
lovely
points that we're
tally.
giving? Yeah.
Of course, about these secret herbs and spices.
Okay.
What do you think you're going to give him, Jordan?
I'll probably keep it consistent. Go off about a 12.
Oh,
No.
son of a bitch.
No, I'll go with probably about 6.
Okay.
Yeah, he was all right, but
Yeah,
not,
it was
not the
good.
greatest.
Yeah.
You know the name, but probably more so for the cowboy. So
Yeah.
he wasn't doing a good job.
So 6, 5.
6.
I don't think he was that tall.
Damn. 6, 5, 6. Is that like 6 feet, another 5 feet, and then 6 inches?
No, I imagine it would be
6
6 feet, 5 inches, and then 5 increments of, or 6 like
Yeah.
6 like little things of whatever the things in between inches are.
6 microns.
All right. So the next pirate we have here is Bartholomew Roberts,
Ooh,
otherwise known as the Sage in Assassin's Creed, but actually known as Black Bart. He was a Welshman and he was alive from 1682 to 1722.
What's he most known for, Tyler? I haven't heard his
Pirating?
name before.
You haven't?
I sure
Well,
haven't.
Mitchell. Roberts, his crew particularly admired his adventurous courage, calling him pistol-proof.
Ooh.
And
Penis-proof.
actually,
Penis proof.
though he had been forced into piracy, having once been an officer on board a ship that was captured by the pirate Hal Davis.
Ooh.
So once again, another man who didn't actually choose to become a pirate.
It
so
really
you got to lose
sounds
some
like-
points for this. Well, you don't. It's not actually a thing. Like if you live back in the day, would you be like, "Fuck, I could really be a pirate right now"? Have the entirety of like every nation's government hunting me down.
Yeah.
It'd be like now being. I mean, would you decide to be a pirate now? Because you can.
I probably would
Well,
more back
no.
then, but
Yeah.
I'm a upstanding citizen.
exactly. You would. Hunt
There'd be more-
pirates
there'd be
if
more
you lived
to-
back in the
Oh,
day.
I would.
There'd be
I
more
love it.
to gain back then. Now you'd just go out and be like, this is kind of boring.
Yeah.
I think
Everything's online. I don't know a code.
There's
so,
many ships around here, and
Yeah.
I'm too scared to take on the big ones.
So after Roberts took over as the captain, a lot of factors like his bravado, and he was apparently a very charismatic man. His crew saw him like as a total stellar bloke. They were like, "This guy is awesome."
Ooh.
He plundered over 400 ships and captained well-armoured ships in every endeavour. But he
Nice.
died in a vigorous battle against the British captain, a name I cannot pronounce.
Oh, give
That's
it to
that's
me.
a very strange name.
Yeah.
Sounds French.
Captain... Oh, look, it looks like it, but it says he was an English captain.
Where am I looking?
Down here.
Captain. Fucking
Chartreuse.
Chartreuse. Shalona
Let's
Ogle.
give me a
Yeah.
go.
Why don't you
Down
give
the
it up
bottom of
for speak to Mac to speak?
British Captain Shalona Ogle.
Okay, let's go with that.
Yep.
That's fine.
Apparently, even the Royal Navy itself was stunned at the death of Black Bart.
Oh
They
my
were like,
god, the person who we were trying to
"What?"
kill
Yeah.
is dead.
Well, look, that's just... He had such a good reputation then.
But he had a very specific reputation, didn't he, Tyler?
He did.
And what was that for?
For being a pirate, Mitch.
Wow.
No, wasn't he? Didn't
The
he
more
invent
you
the
learn,
pirate
guys.
code?
The pirate code. Is that
Yeah.
a real thing?
Yes.
Oh, holy shit.
They don't use that code anymore. They use like,
They use internet coding.
well, yeah.
Damn it, Tyler.
I did not know that, okay?
He invented the pirate code. That's the whole thing remember in Black Flag when he's talking about, he's like,
I haven't finished Black Flag.
come on.
I've only like...
What do you mean?
What do you
Didn't
why
finish?
not?
I only started watching like a couple of weeks ago.
What?
No, not the show.
The game.
Oh.
Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Oh, right.
Is there a show called Black Flag?
No,
Yeah,
it's Black
Flag.
Sails.
Oh, Black
Oh,
Sails,
So
yeah.
that's what I thought you were talking about.
No,
Holy
in
shit.
Black Flag, he's like,
Oh, not.
I'm thinking about bloody writing some rules, man. We need to rein this show in a little bit here. And he's like, oh yeah, that sounds like a top idea, mate.
I'm pretty
And then
certain
he's
that's
like-
exactly what they said.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It's like word for word. He's like, oi, mate. These
So,
fucking
yeah,
rules.
so we
here."
Did you?
So Black Bart actually wrote the pirate code, guys.
How did they not say that on your like?
I don't
on
know.
your research. How
That
did
was,
that
like,
not come
really
up?
It's only at the bottom
That's the thing he's known for. That's like,
Hey guys, did you know, like I did, that Black Bart wrote the pirate code?
wow.
Wow.
Holy shit! Apparently, rule 3 is no person to game at cards or dice for money. What a crock of shit!
All right, so
Can you still play the game, just not for money?
give us a bit of
boring.
Give us a bit of info and history on the code and why it was developed and stuff like that.
Jesus, it's not
Because they're
even
all
giving me that.
fuckwits
This
and-
is like such a sketchy thing, Mitch.
Just look on the Wikipedia.
Well, I'm gonna have to now because I'm not finding anything on it.
I would assume
I
they
found like the
created
rules of the code.
because they had no morals and they were fucking pirates and they were just
Yeah, pretty much. I think like he was just like a bit fed up with everyone being too raucous on his ship, so he's like, "Oi, guys, you've got to fucking
I'm sure maybe it was like
park it in a little."
They weren't very
work
effective.
with me. Work with me here, guys. Come on. We all want a nice pirate ship. Just stop being dickheads.
I've had it with these motherfucking pirates on this motherfucking
But
ship.
he was extremely strict from what I am aware of.
Apparently, no, he was like a very everyone. They thought he was a top bloke.
Yeah, no, but he was like the rules were very strict that he came up
Well,
with, and like he
If you think about the effectiveness of a,
but like the punishment of the rules would be like
oh yeah,
you'd get chucked
killed
overboard or
usually.
something like that.
Holy
Usually,
shit.
Because like if you look at the effectiveness of the discipline of the the Royal Navy at the time, that's because they didn't fuck about on the crew all the time. So he was probably like, "Hey guys, do you know why a lot of us are shit? Because we don't have rules."
Yeah.
all right. Well, yeah, just read us the rules then.
Okay, so they began operating under a set of rules. Became known as the Articles of Agreement or the Pirates' Code. So the articles varied from one captain to another, but they're generally like including provisions. Probably reading that wrong for discipline. And
No, that's correct.
Specifications for each
That's
crew.
incorrect.
I know, okay? Shut the do you want me the damn pirate code? I don't know. Specifics for each crewmate's share of the treasure and compensation for injured. So that was like consistent over all of the pirates.
Yeah, so it would be like if you're the captain, you get the biggest share of the treasure. If you're the first mate, blah blah blah, and they're like, if you're just some normie on the ship, you get the little boy share.
Yeah.
Well, if they were like, hey, that only helps you, those rules are much worse for us now. To Blackbeard.
See, here's a weird thing. I'm not finding anything where it specifically says Black Bart wrote the rules.
I'm certain,
But
that
it
that's
comes
correct.
up like I'm
I'm
not.
100% certain that he
Well,
maybe
look, it says like a lot of these different pirates have different articles.
yeah, but I think he sort of is like the main one who's known for it, for like implementing that on his ship and stuff. And I think that maybe that spread a little bit throughout on other ships and stuff.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Did just give us the rules.
I'm not
No,
gonna
we're
do
all
That's
that.
clear
why.
on
That's
the
why I
rules.
called him. That's why last night I called him "Rules are for Fools, boy."
I just sort of laughed because I didn't actually know what you meant. I didn't want to be left out of the joke.
Who else
Morgan
was
and
there?
Bartholomew.
Did you know that, Jordan?
I see.
Were you like aware of it?
I mean, yeah.
The only
Yeah,
thing where
Morgan
I
and
find-
Bartholomew, right?
The only time where I said like it says that it was actually written by Morgan Bartholomew is just the fucking Pirates of the Caribbean wiki.
But I'm pretty. But like I on the
Okay, hang on. As recorded by Captain Charles Johnson regarding the articles of Bartholomew Roberts. But these are the articles specific to Black Bart, so...
Yeah, okay, well, he was the I think the most well-known one for implementing this and like being like the most strict about it and stuff like that on his ship.
Apparently, according to shares, the captain and quartermaster received 2 shares of the prize. The master, the boatswain, and the gunner 1 share and a half, and other officers 1 and